This is the map that I know the least about, and I have the most radical way of thinking about this map, so we'll see. Okay, we'll see what happens. So again, you want to get as much information as possible while giving away the least. And you guys are already playing in a way that I personally, like, this isn't me talking, like, generally. Like, most of the times I try to talk, like, general basic strategy. And, like, I try to talk, like, obviously. For example, like, everything I say about WNA is just obvious. It's just blatant. Like, the way the map is built, right? Like, it only makes sense that you can play WNA, you know, the way that I always suggest you play it, because that's just how the map is, and that's how the map is played, based on all the positions of the drones and the timings of what spawns, and the rotations that are available. But like on a map like Shinobi City, there's not really that, right? There are way more ways to play Shinobi City than there are to play WNA Academy, as funny as it is. But like me, so this is me speaking personally. I'm already not a fan, because your biggest priority should be making sure that the drone on your side of the map is never up, so that your opponent can never have a chance of stealing it. But instead, you guys push out. I mean, NWA ends up pushing out because, again, like I'm subbing for them, and this is what they normally do. I don't play this way. And you're drone. So, why are you late to your own drone on your side of the map, by the way? Like, also, can we talk about, let's go back. Let me go back. I'm gonna go all the way back. Let's talk about team composition first before I even do this on Shinobi City. Because I remember seeing this and I was so weirded out by it. Like, no joke. So, I didn't think you'd do it, to be honest. Double yo-yo, Soundhammer, and Skate. And like the funny thing is, I don't even mind it. It's just the way that it was played bothered me. Right? Especially since, and okay, what bothered me specifically was how Tony played the whole match. That was what bothered me, right? Because the whole thing about, because he was playing Iron Noise and not Drum Beat, I was super weirded out whenever he would push aggressively and like try to take these scrappy fights. Because I'm like, you don't have the weapon for that. Your weapon is way better suited to absorbing pressure than it is like actually creating it. So whenever Tony was the one that ended up on my side of the map, I was just like, what in the world is going on? Like, I don't know what was happening. But like, again, like, I don't mind the composition, just the way that it was played was what irked me. So this is fine. So like early game, okay, this is a really good position. This is a really good position. Before the clouds overhead spawn, right? This is a really good position. It's fine. Like, and so now you know, right? Now you know. All right, boom. You know where 1, 2, 3 is. So you can based on. Okay, there's some things you can assume, right? So here's the thing about playing against teams, right? And developing a meta, right? So you see these three people in the middle of the map. You can assume that the last player is at some position behind this, like behind these three players, right? You can assume that they're somewhere, like maybe they're over here, maybe they're here, maybe they're up here, you know, maybe they're like over here, maybe they're like in the spawn under the bridge, right? You can assume these things based on who you're playing against, right? But you can also, if you're playing against people who are literally insane, right, you can also assume that that person's actually behind you right now, staring at your back, waiting for you to turn around before they end up binding you and killing you, you know? So even when you see 3 people, if you don't have the full picture, you have to start making assumptions based on who you're playing. Like, for example, if I see 3 Neo members mid, I'm assuming that the 4th person is all like somewhere there. I'm assuming the 4th person is when I say Neo, I mean WNA. Like if I'm playing against Neo on WNA Academy, and I see 3 people mid, I'm assuming the 4th person is mid, because that's normally how they like to play. They're a super aggressive team that likes to push advantages, right? So I'd automatically assume that. But like if you're against like me, for example, like you know that I'm not pushing ever, right? So you can logically assume that, okay, regardless of what these 3 people are, all right, you know, I know that 10 is going to be on his outer drone at WNA at all times, so you don't really need to see where I am. You know, and then there are some teams where you see 3 people and you have no idea where the 4th is, because half the time they're here, half the time half the time that they're at their corner, half the time they're at your corner, half the time they're mid, half the time they're in the skybox doing who knows what, you know. So when I talk about gathering information is important, like I really do mean it's important, not only for the game that you're playing in, but for the future games, because when you're playing against teams have habits. They have standardized ways they play. There's not a team that switches it up drastically when it comes to team compositions and play styles. Like every team remains relatively the same and uses relatively the same weapons. So if you can key in early in a series about what your opponents do, it really makes life easy, because now you can go from seeing all right, I have to see 4 people. Now you can be like, okay, I can see 3 people and I know where the 4th is, and then you can get to, I can see 2 people and I know where the other 2 will probably be, and then you can get to the, I know where 1 person is. Okay, I can figure out where 3 people are, and then once you watch enough film, which is again every other sport, this is what happens, right? You watch the footages of their games, you see what they do, you can be like, all right, I don't even need to see anyone, and I already know where they're all going to be. You know, that's the point that you're trying to get to. You're never going to get there in a series, but the best you can get to in a series is, okay, you see 2 people, you know where the other 2 are. You know, by like game 3, you should be able to look at 3 people and know where the 4th is. Like by game 5, you should know where 2 people are, and you should be able to figure out where the other 2 people are. Stuff like that. So yeah. So like based on this picture, you see 3 people, and you're like, okay, there's a pretty high chance that this guy, and I know you've seen me play, and you've played with me a couple of times, so you probably know that I like to stay, and I'm very vocal about how I play. So you probably know, okay, this guy's probably in his base. So based on that assumption, you should decide what you should do next. I mean, this is fine. This is something. Okay, let me go back again, and this is another talking point about that I brought up right at the start of this map. That I don't like how this map. You guys started playing this map. I hate going mid in this map. There's nothing to fight over there. Hot Spring, you get big weapon in 30 seconds. 25 seconds drone spawns. You might as well just get the drone. Hot Springs is never worth it. Or sorry, not it's 18 seconds. You have to stay in the hot spring for 18 seconds in order for you to get your big weapon. But big drones spawn in 15 seconds, and the fact that it's a high likelihood that other people are probably gonna be there. Right? You might as well just stay on your side of the map and take your drone. And again, we're talking about a meta, right? Imagine, right? The meta forms. Everyone knows that Hot Springs isn't worth fighting for, so they all stay on their side of the map. But because you know that they're gonna stay on their side of the map, you know that, okay, I can push into their Hot Springs and sit in the Hot Springs for free to get advantages on getting my big weapon. And then now your opponent knows that you know that they're not gonna push out, so they decide, okay, I'm gonna push out because I know that they know that I'm not gonna push out. Anyway. But yes, I mean, Skyworld's in a position where she doesn't need to be in, right? Ends up dying for literally free. Like, it dies for free, which means that Black Lightning can just appear at your drone, right? Like, they're all there. Every single person is there because Skyworld died. I know from when I was in this game, Zilla was out my drone, and she ended up taking it because I wasn't prepared. But my point still stands. Right, you end up with the early advantage, but again, or actually, you guys end up with the deficit because there were only 2 drones on the map. Yeah, sorry, let me take that back. I mean, you guys end up down all because Skyworld died, essentially. Like, this is all because Skyworld died at the beginning, by the way. Because if Skyworld isn't there, you guys can actually take a full-on fight and absorb pressure properly. And, like, at this point, right, you see Skyworld die. Again, the idea of knowing what your opponents are going to do next. Especially on a map like this, it's obvious, right? Skyworld dies, you immediately should be like, I got to get the hell out of here. You got to back up further than this. Because you have the Y button you can press. Space it out, you know? Because you know the entirety of the team's coming over because they have the advantage. So there's no reason to want to play up close and personal, right? You're outnumbered and you're outgunned. So I'm pretty sure you guys bring this game back, but like from the start, you don't really want to be in this spot. Because now the onus is on you to have to make a play, and making a play requires you to use brain power. And as I always say, the less brain power you use, the better it is for you. Like I don't just run outer corner. I don't just run corner inner cage on WNA because it's efficient. It also requires 0 brain power, so I don't have to think, and all the plays that I make are obvious. Anyway, again, as a trickle effect, right? Black Lightning's again hitting your base. Shouldn't be free. Now you're actually in a position to fight. See, when your whole team is there. See what happens when your whole team is there? They can't just do this for free now. They actually have to take a straight on fight, and which they end up losing. Or I mean, at least they lose the drone for it. You lost track of you thought you were free from the dragon. Unlucky. So at this stage of the game, right, this is like the second time drone spawn. You're still down 1,000. This is not the worst spot to be in, but again, it's not ideal because the onus is on you to make a play. All right, Chill. What are you doing, bro? Chill. What are you doing, dog? What are you doing? What are you doing? It's a 1v4. Stop. Turn around. Go away. Wait for your team to show up. Space it out properly. Press the Y button. Do literally anything else other than gum dash directly in front of the drone when there's a hammer right there. There's a yo-yo behind you. There's a yo-yo in their base, and there's a hammer coming off spawn. A little too deep there. Space it out better. Oh my gosh. Literally die for free. So now if like, look, again, all right, actually, no, this is fine. But, like, if your opponent makes that kind of dumb play, you better press your advantage at that point. Because, again, it's free. I mean, you do a good job. Get your drones. Get your small drones. Get up Mixer. And, right, ideally, right, you want to pop Mixer as soon as possible because you want to get Mixer for a second time. Good. Pop Mixer, you want to get this Mixer again at ASAP. And you're omega safe because you have respawns on your back. So at this point, right, good. Turn back to the small drones. Good. Chill. There's no reason for you to ever be here. These small drones are never worth it. Ever in the history of you playing this video game, they will never be worth it. It will never be worth putting yourself in this position where you're literally behind the enemy spawn. For what? 300 points? Come on. Just go get it. Just go get an Epon. It gives you the same amount. Like, you might as well go killing Starling and getting this drone are worth the same amount of points. Come on. And let me tell you, you're way better at getting Epons than you are at taking drones. I can tell you that for sure. There's no reason for you to be here, ever. See? Look. Easy. Way better than putting yourself in a position to take the drone. Except now try doing that when you're not in the enemy base and someone who can come off respawn can't just show up and stop you within 2 seconds of you starting your combo. Again, I don't know why Starling doesn't see. You're not slick, by the way. I saw you dash over to you. I know you're over there. Or are you? Yeah, I know you're over there, Chill. You're not slick. Why are you there? Like, come on. All right. You know what? Let's take a little break here. Let's go ask Chill. Let's go think. Let's go get in the mind of Chill. What is he thinking? Why does he want to make this play? Good. This is a good mixer out of the rocket. Good awareness, right? Now, from this position, right? Starling sees Chill. He communicates to his team. He says, "Hi, Chill is alive and in our base." Skyworld immediately turns around. Right? You're not leaving alive. Ever. You're not leaving alive, Chill. It's not happening. If Skyworld just turns around and they both kill you, it's over for you. However, Skyworld doesn't turn around. And not only does Skyworld not turn around, Starling also, it just completely slips his mind that you're gum dashing to the opposite side. So Starling doesn't even see you. Like, he literally looks, he puts his crosshair over your body, but then chooses to just forget you exist. So you're able to just get to that small drone for free. Like, he sees you. He sees you. He's looking at you. He's looking. He knows you're there. He knows you're there. And he says, okay, well, I guess I can just let him get that drone. It's fine. Like, come on. Against a good team, you just die there. Chill. You can't do that. You'll just get abused, especially against Neo. They're all katana abusers, and you just put yourself in a box with a bunch of walls in it. You're just gonna die. No one in your team is gonna help you. Like, you get the drone, yeah, but all that effort and all that risk for 300 points, just go kill someone in your own base. Just go eep on someone in your own base, and you'll get the same amount of points. Like, come on. And then you decide to get even greedier. Granted, I will give you the benefit of the doubt for this one, but you even get greedier, right? And you try to go for the big drone, right? Knowing that, I mean, you should know that Zilla just died. Again, you guys aren't on comms, but you should at least have some kind of awareness, or at least try, or at least make an attempt, right? You can have an idea that, okay, last time I saw Zilla, she was XHP, or someone, or such and such person was comboing her to death. So you can be like, okay, there's a pretty high chance that she's dead, which means I have a 10 to 12 second window to do what I need to do. But you wouldn't know this because you're on the other side of the map where you don't need to be. So you don't know that Zilla's dead. So you still make this play. Zilla's dead and going to respawn soon. So you go and make this play. Surprise. Zilla's respawned. Starling's also here, as you probably knew. But you didn't account for Zilla being there too. So you're just wasting time. Granted, pretty sure you get the drone here, but I mean, you got Epon for it. Like, why? You didn't need to be there. Like, and even if you wanted to make that play, right? Even if you wanted to make that play, space it better. There's no reason for you to be this close. Like, don't put yourself in a position like this is a position you be in when you're on your side of the map. Like, you're not on your side of the map. Like, I get that you want to take it as fast as possible, but you can't burn any drones in Shinobi City. The map is too condensed for you to burn anything, because you're either dealing with people who are busy camping on their half of the map, or you're busy with people coming off respawns because they just died on the opponent's side of the map. So you don't even think about trying to kill the drone as fast as possible, because it's not possible. It will never be possible, right? And yeah, again, like, this positioning is just so bad by Chill. This is really, really bad. And again, you end up dying for it. Like, your help was so close. Your help was so close to arriving. Just stall it out until your help arrives. You know? Instead of putting yourself in a 1v2 situation. And again, Kimmy is staying. Like, why are you staying? There's no reason to fight there anymore. Why? There's no reason for you to be there anymore. I'm going over this specifically because it matters for Starling's team too. Why? Why are you here? First off, you don't space this properly. You're taking a 1v2 fight where you don't need to take a 1v2 fight. You end up dying for it, yeah? Kimmy comes over the top, tries to help you out, sees that you die. So now Kimmy's in a 1v2 situation. Why is he staying? What? There's no reason for you to stay. Like, why? You press the Y button 3 times. Like, why? Why? And now you die. And now Kimmy dies. Yep. Yeah, okay. Like, don't put yourself in these positions. Stop taking 1v1s and 1v2s. Best part about it is this is why we lost the game, funnily enough. I was wondering why the game was pretty close until this point, right? So, not only do they take the lead because... Not only does Starling's team take the lead because they end up securing the drone on their half of the map, the lead then gets furthered because you end up dying. So now the lead is increased by... the lead by 505 points, right? And then Kimmy ends up dying. So now the lead gets increased by another 500 points. Like, you just gave him 1,000 points for free because both of you ran in 1v2. And look at the score right now. Look at the score. It's 1,000 points. 12-3-9-1, 1-1-1-0-0. And do the math. It's 1,000 points. You know? 1-2-9-1, right? This could be a 291 point lead if both of you guys don't throw. Or sorry, a 281 point lead because it's 505. Like, my point still stands. Like, just back-to-back throws, actually. And, like, from this point on, again, because it's Shinobi City, it's so hard to make these comebacks without your opponent messing up. And, like, again, like, why? Why go to your, like, why? Look at where all the action is. Remember what I said about the small drones are worth 300. Starling is worth literally, what, 490 something? Small drones worth 300, Starling's worth 405. I don't know, man. I think one is better than the other, you know? And you're fighting in a space that you want to fight in. Imagine if you're against a katana in this boxed space with a bunch of walls around you. And if you mess up slightly, you're just going to get insta-bound. Because they charging slash, they short dash over to the wall, pop their bubble, you get gunbound and you die. Again, you get E-pawn for no reason. Another 505 point swing. And like at this point, the game's over. Back-to-back throws. Like, don't even consider those small drones objectives on the map for you. The only thing that matters is that big drone. Going to those smaller drones is way too much of a commitment. Good. I like this mixer a lot. This is a really good mixer. I like this mixer a lot. This is really good. Leave. Yes. Beautiful. Amazing. Really, really good mixer. Again, though, just get out of there. There's nothing there for you anymore. The map's over. I mean, the match is essentially over, but, like, again, like, there's nothing for you there anymore, you know? But, yeah, again, I like this mixer a lot. Right? Similar to what I said about mixers in WNA. Who's going to stop you up there? There's nothing up there for you to do. Right? Look. Free mixer. Look at how many resources Kimmy has to commit just to come and try and stop you. And even then, he still barely gets there. And then even then, you don't even die. Really good. This game was... So, I mean, this game was more WNA throws than good 4K plays. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, this was a relatively, like, this was, like, standard. There, like, other than how the opening went, this was, there's nothing more for me to say about how you guys played Starling. But, like, chill. You gotta relax. Chill, Kimmy. Again, same thing. Like, don't make these aggressive plays when you know you're outnumbered and outgunned. Like, so many times. You know, and remember that the small drones in Shinobi City are worth less than just KOing an opponent. Like, again, small drones on Shinobi City are worth 300. Killing a yo-yo, KOing a yo-yo is 255 plus 200 is 455. Getting an Ippon on a yo-yo is 505, right? Smallest health pool weapons, by the way, and they're still worth more than the big drone. So, if there's any map to be bloodthirsty on, it's this one. So don't even consider those outside drones an objective. Let your opponent figure out how they're gonna take those drones without giving up pressure on their bridge, right? Because taking those small drones takes you out of the bridge fight. So force your opponent to choose, right? Force your opponent to choose between, okay, do I want to make sure that my bridge drone gets taken, or do I want to get the small drones that are worth 300 points each? Yeah. This is the game I get abused. I remember. This is the game where I got... Oh, no. The next one was the one where I got absolutely rolled. Again, with playing this map like this, right? Like, okay, good. Really good. Really good that you see that, Starling. Really good that you see that. Because, again, this is what we're talking about, right? This is what I just brought up the first game, right? You want to make sure you know where your opponents are. Like, imagine if you did what the rest of the team did and pushed forward without knowing that Kimmy was behind. Imagine, right? You just lose your drone for free. All that pressure that you're putting over there is worth nothing because you end up losing something equivalent. So it's really good that you see this. Unfortunate that you don't get the punish, or you don't get the hard punish, but even still, right? Which is really good. So at this point, your job is to, you know, keep Kimmy away. I mean, you don't end up getting this mid drone, which really sucks. But that's more like, at this point, it's not your responsibility, right? You're already keeping one's attention. Like, the rest of the team should be there to back you up. But because they aggressively pushed and didn't really get anything out of it, okay, all right, never mind. They did get something out of it. They got their drone, but because your entire team aggressively pushed, I mean, they have to be the first ones to get back, you know. So, I mean, you made the right play here. Like, regardless of that drone being taken by Chill, like, you still made the right play here. And even then, it's not for free. Oh, before I forget, the numbers I mentioned. All right. So, with medium weapon, right? With medium weapon, KOing a yo-yo is 355 points. Getting an Ippon on a yo-yo is 405. With big weapon, it's 455 and 505. Let me just make that distinction. But even still, right? 355, still bigger than 300. You get what I mean. 355 is still greater than 300. So even if you have a medium weapon, it's still worth more than those small drones. So Shinobi City is the one map where I will excuse idling, because early game is just about making sure that your drone dies, and is about making sure that your drone dies as fast as possible, right? So you just want to be there as soon as it spawns. So I actually don't mind idling on this map, like, again, but like that situation, right? You see Tony's on it, just pop over and help. You want that thing to die as fast as possible, because Kimmy almost got there for a steal. Like, Kimmy almost got there to steal it, right? About a Y button away. About like 1 meter and a Y button away from actually stealing that drone. Good parry assistance. Yeah. Again, and then, yeah, I mean, this is fine. This is fine. As long as you're gathering information as well, right? Put yourself in a position to gather information. Yeah, I mean, this position is pretty good. Okay. Make sure this drone dies. Really good by Tony. Boom, beautiful. This is one of the reasons why I like Soundhammer on this map, by the way. This is the exact situation, literally to the T, of why I like Soundhammer on this map. Look, what can they do? What can they do when Soundhammer starts screaming on the drone? They can't do anything. Kimmy didn't space properly, but even still, right? What can they do here? They can't do anything. And because you're there too, you actually have an opportunity to capitalize. Like, imagine if you were playing a weapon with Tornado. I mean, they're both dead. Kimmy and Black Lightning both die. Or if a hammer is coming with Tenchi, or if he had a punishing blade, you know, they're dead. Really good play. Sucks it doesn't go 100% your way, but again, like, the idea should still stick, right? Like, that's a good play by Tony. And that's a good play by you. It just didn't end up going your way. And at this stage of the game, you guys have a pretty decent lead, 900-point lead, which is a pretty okay lead to have coming into the second half of this game. What I do want to mention, though, actually, and I just remembered off the top of my head, right? So, really good play, good. This is good, this is fine. Here. Remember what I said about not fighting when the objective's gone, right? However, this is fine. At this point, right, you should start being like, do I really want to get back into this fight? That's what you should start thinking. You should be like, is it really worth it if I get back in this fight, right? Because, I mean, and you can determine this by, you look at the health bars and look at the position of your teammates, right? Kimmy's low, but probably hitting Tony, so Tony probably needs help. Chill is probably hitting Zilla, so Zilla probably needs help. See. Nope. But you know that you see Tony leaving. See Tony's leaving for some reason. I don't know why. But Tony's leaving. Kimmy's low HP. Zilla's low HP. Chill is full. You should be like, alright, my team is literally leaving. I don't want to take this fight. Note the time as well. The mini drones are up. And again, regardless, what I said about killing people is worth more than getting the small drones. This isn't to say that you should just not get them and look for KOs instead. Because this is an opportunity where it's just like, look at your health pool. Look at how close you are to Mixer. Let me draw better circles. Look at your health pool. Look at how much health you're missing, right? Look at how much health you're missing. And look at how close you are to Mixer, right? You're pretty close to Mixer, and you have no HP. Use this time to farm your Mixer and regain your health. You don't need to go back into this fight, because there's a pretty high % chance that you're just going to feed. And if you, especially if you go for your small drones, you might even hey, if Chill sees you go over there, he's gonna go over there. This guy just wants to be in your face at all times. So Chill's definitely gonna go meet you there, but instead you end up getting blown up, which really sucks. And this is where, so, I mean, this lead gets smaller and smaller. You guys are up, but alright, actually, this lead's pretty even for most of the game. You guys actually end up losing the small lead you had. Yeah, up 300 points. Okay, here you guys amass a big lead. This is because, why? You get one drone on the map, and you get 2 drones on the map. Yeah, that's why. I remember this. Yeah, you guys secure both drones. Now you have a 1k point lead. Really good. All you have to do is sit on this lead for the rest of the game. That's your only job. So you should be thinking now, Starling, how do I get piercing Mixer so that the next time these drones spawn, I can just kill both at the same time, because you know both went down at the same time if you paid attention to the score, or if it was communicated. So good. You have Mixer. See. This is a point where you don't actually have to do what you're doing, right? You can literally just sit in your spawn and just wait for the drone to spawn. Like, just sit there. Just sit at the high rise, you know. Pick a nice part. Like, sit right here. Wait. As soon as your drone spawns, or you see, or it's communicated to you the enemy drone spawns, just drop and pop piercing Mixer. You know, there's no reason to start pushing up this aggressive. You know. Because your goal, right, you should be thinking, like, look at your lead. Look at your lead. This is a pretty good lead to have on this map. You know? Your goal should be, all right, secure the drones on my side of the map. Make sure they don't get my bridge. And when I have a non-committal option like Piercing Mixer to go take their bridge, I should 100% do it. So let's see. What do you end up doing? Dash up, dash up. Good. All right. This is fine. But imagine if you pop this Piercing Mixer on the drone on your side of the map too. It actually stops your opponent from capitalizing. Because even if you take this, like, if I see this and I'm playing, if I'm Black Lightning or Kimmy, I'm going to your side of the map. There's nothing left for me. Right? It's still a good mixer, yeah. But could it be optimized more? Of course. But again, and also it's one of the things where, right? And obviously you don't know this, which is why I'm not even going to go any further to call it anything other than good, right? If you're popping this mixer knowing that Zilla's dead and knowing that by the time this mixer ends and the enemy has a time to respawn, Zilla will respond. The enemy will have... sorry, let me start from the beginning. If you're popping this mixer knowing that Zilla is going to die, right? And you know that by the time your opponent responds by going to your side of the map, Zilla will be up and ready to back you up on taking the drone on your side of the map. If you know this, then if you consciously are popping mixer knowing this, then I can say this mixer is fine. Otherwise, you should have just tried to take 2-for-1 this Piercing Mixer. Because then you wouldn't have to put yourself position to put yourself at bigger risk, you know? Because if any one of these people turn around, come on, you would have been in a bit of trouble. But again, you were in a situation like last one where, again, this is a good mixer because it's up in the sky, and you're in a position to leave if you need to. Good. So yeah, it's a pretty good play. Chill. All right. Look. Chill. Where are you at? Oh, he's gone. All right. Well, I hope he realizes. Flip a coin. I really hope Chill realizes that he should just stop making this kind of play. What's up, Silk? Good point. No need to push up with Mixer. Yeah, I think I read. Yeah, I like Soundhammer and Shinobi City as well. But yeah, I hope Chill understands that he can't keep doing this. Too much risk for not even a good end result. All right, let's see. Will he die again for the millionth time in this position? Yes, he dies for the millionth time in this position. Oh, man. Super funny. Good. Again, Kimmy taking a 1v2. Kimmy dying for the 1v2. These are throws. These are throws that are letting... it's really bad. This play is good because Black Lightning has Dragons, so it's able to actually push people away. Kimmy, leave. Chill. There's no reason for Chill to be there. I'm just gonna fast forward through the rest of this because I feel like I don't even need to look at the third game. Like it's pretty clear what the deal is with this map. Like you guys are playing this map fine, but the thing is, right? The times at which you're pushing, well, the beginning, right? The beginning you're coin flipping. You're coin flipping the beginning of the map. By not making sure that the drone on your bridge dies like frame 1, right? And your mid game, right? Your mid game also is a bit coin flippy because similar to the concept in WNA, you want your drone to die first, your bridge to die first, so that you can push their bridge without losing anything. Because by the time you get to their bridge and die and respawn, you'll be able to defend your bridge drone. Yeah? Yeah. That's about it. So I'm not even going to look at this third game because I feel like those two concepts are more than enough. Also, I don't know I'm still trying to figure out how I personally want to play Shinobi City, or how I personally would want Shinobi City to be played, so I can't really say anything other than that. But yeah, I mean, that's about it. But yeah. Anyway, I'm caught up. Thank you to all the, if anyone followed, thank you for all the new follows. Thank you guys for showing up. I don't know what I'm doing next. I don't know what I'm going to review tomorrow. I might look at some of the NJMP games, do more reviews on Japanese teams. Otherwise, I will be uploading clips of this and the stream I did either yesterday or 2 days ago to YouTube. But yeah. You're welcome for the review. Starling, if you need me to review, just let me know. I'm here to do it. I thoroughly enjoy doing this. Silk, I didn't ask what you were going to do next, okay? I just wanted to thank you for your support. But I hope you enjoy whatever movie or whatever show you're about to watch on Netflix. Alright, see you guys later. I'm out of here.